So in this video, I'll be finally upgrading my Royal Kludge RK68 into a gasket mounted keyboard. So this mod is pretty interesting and I've been wanting to try this mod for such a long time, and in this video I finally get to do it. So do leave a thumbs up if you guys like this kind of content. And before the video actually starts, I want to say a quick thank you to KeebsProject and DIYKEYCAP.com. These two people have been supporting my channel for quite some time, and some items in this video are actually sent over by them. Links will be down in the description if you guys are interested. Let's get this video started. So this is my Royal Kludge RK68 Pro. First thing we have to do is of course dismantle this keyboard. So you gotta remove the keycaps first, and then remove the switches and the stabilizers. After you remove those, you just have to unscrew the plate from the case, unplug everything, and then you should be ready to go. And of course remember to unscrew the daughter board, we're gonna use it later. For the battery, I'm just gonna leave it here, I'm not gonna use it in the acrylic case. After that, we gotta unscrew the plate and the PCB, and remember to keep this plate foam in the middle because you'll be using it in the gasket build. After everything is done with the original Royal Kludge keyboard, we can now move on to the case. So this is the kit sent over by KeebsProject. This is going to be the stack acrylic kit. Let's unbox it. So in this kit, you're going to get two main parts. You're going to get, this is the plate, of course the gasket plate, and the case itself. So this plate is going to be the thing that's going to convert the normal Royal Kludge keyboard into a gasket mounted keyboard. So this is the plate. It's kind of like a ABS or a palm plate, really nice. And you can see all the gasket strips on the side, and it's on both sides. Really nice and solid. And of course we have this right here. This is going to be the black case. So this is the shiny black case from KeebsProject. Let me just show you guys their logo right here in front. Really nice logo they have. It's in brass. So this again is a fully stacked acrylic build, as you guys can see, and it's basically screwed together with a lot of these brass screws, so it won't conduct any electricity, and that's very good. Let me show you guys the side of the keyboard. This is the side profile of the keyboard, really nice. It does have a little bit of incline. And this is the back of the keyboard. This hole is the cutout for the Type-C connector. And on the back, you have the cutout for your on and off switch and the mode switcher. And of course, you have the two padding right here for the feet, so the keyboard won't slide around when you're using it. So overall, it's a pretty nice build so far. It's pretty solid, and it is a little bit shiny, not really my liking. I prefer matte stuff, but this is the V1 version, and I'm already very grateful that they sent this over. Now let's actually assemble everything that we just got. So the first thing I'm going to do is just going to remove all of the screws from the top, and then we can remove this plate, and then we can install the old PCB onto this new plate right here and install all of the switches. Okay, so I just removed the top acrylic, so I just can put aside this kit for now and work on the plate itself. Alright, so to assemble the PCB with the new plate, this is what you have to do. All you have to do is just take the plate right here, put on the foam, any type of foam will work, just to fit in between the plate and the PCB to give it some space. And then you can put on this. This is the new plate we are going to use on top, and then you just have to install all of your switches. So for the switches of this build, again I want to say a huge thank you to KeebsProject for sending out these switches. The switches that we're going to be using today are the Holy Kettle tactile switches. So these switches are pretty new in the market, and I would say they are quite good tactile switches. So they come with an actuation force of 45 grams and they bottom out at 55 grams, and they have a travel of 3.3 millimeters and a long spring of 15.6 millimeters. This is the closer look at the switch itself. So it does have a dust proof design on it, and you guys can see the color is pretty interesting. It's kind of this like purple and this kind of pink design on it. Also, honestly, it's quite interesting for me and I quite like it. On the back we can see that it is 3-pin hot swap, and these do come factory looped, so that's pretty good. So these are factory looped, and we have a cutout for the RGB right here. This is what the switch looks like from the side, and honestly pretty interesting switch. Now let's put it on the PCB and the plate. This is what it looks like with all of the switches in. Honestly, looking pretty good, and the tactileness do feel pretty nice. You guys will get to hear in the sound test. But now with the switches done, we are going to move on to the stabilizers. I'm just going to put in some of the stock stabilizers from my RK68 Pro, which I have already wholly modded. So with the plate all done and ready, we can now move on to the case. First thing I'm going to do is just actually put in this daughter board that we previously removed. So this version currently does not kind of support the RK68 Pro. What I'm going to do is going to take some duct tape. I advise you to use electrical tape, but I do not have that on me right now. So I'm just going to secure it down here at the USB Type-C hole with some duct tape. And then we can proceed to assemble the whole keyboard by putting this into it and then screw everything back together. Okay, so that kind of failed because the cable was actually not long enough. So this is what I did. I just secured this daughter board to the bottom of the case right here. It will be fine, it will be working fine. And I just wired in through this little cutout right here. And now I'm just going to connect everything and see if that will work. So that seems to fix the issue. Now everything can sit in place and work wirely. So now I'm just going to put in this. This is the pour-on foam from my previous build of the 68 Pro, and then this will help with the sound dampening. So I'm just going to put it into the case. With everything now secured in place, I can now put on the top piece of acrylic and then screw everything back together, and we should be done. Then we can move on to the keycaps. Alright, I just got everything assembled together again and it's looking pretty nice. The case and everything fits really nicely together, and I did realize they went for the separated arrow key design, so you do have to remove one of the switches, and I believe this is just the control switch, which not a lot of people use on the right side. And then this is how it overall looks like. Again, we have the logo of KeebsProject in front, really nice. This is the side of the case, and then we haven't put on the switches, we'll do that later. But overall, this Project 65 acrylic gasket case is really nice. Now we can move on to the keycaps. These are the keycaps we're going to be using in today's build. This is sent over by DIYKEYCAP.com. Do check out their website. They've been supporting my channel for quite some time. They just newly launched their DIYKEYCAP function, where you can actually customize your own keycaps and then submit it on their website when you want to order your custom DIY keycap. So do check out their new mechanism on their website. Links will be down in the description below. A huge thank you again for DIYKEYCAP for sending over these keycaps and supporting my channel. So this time they've sent over actually some GMK Boba Fett clothes. So this set right here comes with 165 pieces. Let me show you guys all of the pieces right here. They are really good material. I believe they are die-sub PBT and they look awesome. I will just show you guys in a second. So 165 pieces can actually fit a lot of keyboard builds out there. Let me take a few of the keycaps to show you guys. So this is what the keycaps look like close up. They are die-sub PBT and I believe that the print on them are pretty nice and pretty sharp. They look good to me. And of course they have a little bit of a matte finish on top to protect the keycaps. And this is what the back of the keycap looks like. So it is white because it is die-sub PBT and it's around 1.5 millimeters in thickness. Really excited to see how this looks like on the Project 65 sent over by KeebsProject. Now let's put it on the keyboard. So what do you guys think? Honestly, I think this whole build looks pretty interesting, and with all the color schemes going on, it is a really colorful build, but you won't get to see all of those colors. They're underneath the keycaps, and these Boba Fett keycaps look awesome on this Project 65 gloss black case. Now with all of the mods out of the way, I'm really excited to see how this actually sounds like. So this is going to be the sound test of the Royal Kludge RK68 Gasket mount mod. So that was it for this video. Honestly, I think that the kit turned out really nice, but I did face some issues because I had the Royal Kludge RK68 Pro and not the normal version. So if your PCB is the normal PCB, you have the Type-C in the middle and you won't have any problems like me. You won't actually face these kind of issues because the PCB is compatible. And honestly, at the end of the video where you guys hear the sound test, I think it sounded quite nice. These Holy Kettle switches are quite interesting and they are more of a light tactile switch and I like it a lot. So that is it for this video, and I would like to say a huge thank you to KeebsProject for sending over the Project 65 kit and of course the switches, and for the keycaps a huge thank you to DIYKEYCAP.com. Both of them will have their links down in the description below. So leave a like on this video if you liked it, dislike this video if you didn't like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I have more keyboard content coming very soon. As always, thanks for watching. Goodbye guys.